So when Xiaomi announced the Mi Max, which is right in front of me here, they also announced MIUI 8, which is a new version of their skin, their operating system, which is a skin on top of Android. So I'll just show you that I have actually updated my version here. Now it's the alpha that I have put on here. And you can see that the version is MIUI 8, and that is 6.6.1 alpha. Now they said that some of the applications might have forced closes on you. They might just close randomly. There'll be bugs, you name it, problems. It is an alpha. But so far so good. I haven't really had any problems. So you see if I go back here into the settings menu that has now changed. There are new icons, a new look to it. And a few of the interesting features that they did mention in their presentation was there's now this second space. And that allows you to set up a whole separate ROM. Well, not ROM. It's not a separate ROM. It's still on the same ROM, but it's a whole lot of separate settings and a secure second space. And what you can do with that is, for example, if you were sharing this phone, perhaps with your little brother or something like that, or you just gave them the phone now and then to play Clash of Clans on, whatever, you can now set up a second phone instance, really, for them only, so they can mess about and do whatever they want, and that's not going to affect your information, your applications, your data. They're not going to be able to send messages or emails off or access any of that part because it's password protected. So what I'll do over here is you can see some of the options here. You put a password on there, obviously, is probably the best thing to do. And I think you actually need that too. And it can tell you about private messages and contacts to not show them. So if you want to keep that private, you can also do that. So to do that, you just go down to the new notification menu. You can see it's changed a little bit. I've got the weather. There's our toggles at the top. This is all new as well. There's a lot of tweaks. But I go over to the second space now, the second phone instance, and just key in the password. Oops, if I can remember it. There we go. And now the phone is going to switch over and has switched into my first instance that I originally had when I had MIUI 7 on there. So all my apps are still there, my contacts are still there. That is all good. So the other interesting thing there was also cloned apps is something that interests me. And what that basically is, it creates a second instance of an application. And one of the applications you could use that with, in theory, because this is a dual SIM phone, so it will work, is WhatsApp. You could have two WhatsApp accounts on the same phone. Now, I've already set this up, so what I've done is I've gone in and just created a clone of WhatsApp. It just tells you there that clone apps will have a different icon on the home screen. So back in the home screen, we'll see there's my original WhatsApp, and now there's my cloned one. So you see it has a slightly different look about it because it's got the icon there to tell me it's a cloned app. So launching that now is completely new instance of WhatsApp. So there, with the two SIMs on there, of course, you can actually run, I think, you should be able to, two WhatsApp accounts. Something you can't do on your normal phone. So that's an interesting little feature there that might be handy for some people that have personal and work WhatsApp accounts and phone numbers, of course. So other things that have changed. Before I get onto the applications, I will just show you the settings. There's another couple of little things in here that have changed. Now, under the battery, we now have a different power saving application, and that will calculate your temperature of your battery for you, the battery capacity, and your usage time there. And also just a few little tweaks in here. So we have the battery saver, that's kind of the same, but they say they have improved that from MIUI 7, and we can also analyze the battery usage. So it's telling me that two apps are consuming excessive power, and everything else has been optimized. It's optimizing all the settings and things here for maximum battery life. So if you run the cooldown there, it has now solved those two issues. So it's closed WhatsApp there and told me that I have saved 2 minutes or added 2 minutes of battery life only. So that is different there. And the app battery saver, you can go along and just control apps individually there. So that's a new little addition. There's quite a few little tweaks along there along the way. Everything seems a little bit more refined, a little prettier, you could say, too, with the slightly tweaked fonts on there. They did announce they had a new font set they were setting up. So going back onto applications, well, a few things have changed. The weather app now looks different. A little tidier maybe, a little nicer. Notice that I still have Chinese there in the bottom. That's because I am using the Chinese ROM. This is the Chinese and English only ROM, not the global ROM. Global ROM, when that is released, shouldn't have any of those characters there. The security app, that is basically the same. That's got a cleaner on it and connects in with the battery saving app. Now video and music, I won't run those because they are still in all Chinese for me, being the fact that this is the Chinese ROM. And really not too handy for me having that there. So you need to bear that in mind if you're going to update to this, that you still have the Chinese there. So I'm waiting for the global ROM. Now a couple of the other things as well, that if you go to change your volume up and down, you can just notice it's a little different. The dialer looks a little different when you make calls. That has now changed and been tweaked slightly. And here from the volume, of course, you can go along and change your ringtone, and also you have access now. So it's a little more simplified there, slightly better looking, I would say. Some of the other apps that they changed was the calculator, and also there's now a video editor that's within, a tweaked video editor. It's different within the gallery that you can launch. So I'll just quickly show you the calculator here. We now have a scientific calculator and a few conversion tools there that are different now. So with length, volume, currency, converted to volume, length, conversion. So handy applications. And if we go quickly into the gallery and just have a look at a video here, you now have the option. We got the edit option before, but now they've tweaked a few things when it comes to the video editing there with some of the options. Okay, that just goes to the App Store that is in Chinese. But a few little changes there. And the performance of it, well, it still seems very quick and snappy, just like it did with MIUI 7. I've had no problems. I've seen no lag whatsoever within all of the screens and menus and everything. Everything just flies and all launches really quick, no problems. It is still the same there. And as I mentioned, I haven't really encountered any bugs yet, which is good. So that is MIUI 8, a quick look at it running here on the Mi Max. Now I do have a lot more videos on this particular model, so if you have a look at the playlist, I do have some 4K video samples, gaming review, and I also have a full detailed review if you're interested in seeing that. Thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully see you back in the channel soon.